Thanks for stopping by and welcome back to the cabin. On this week's episode, we're going to use our new tool, the logox, to move a bunch of wood that we cut down to protect our cabin from fire damage. So stick around and enjoy being up north with us. Welcome back to the cabin, everyone. Here on a beautiful fall day, getting some tree work done. You can see, got my tundra all decked out now, ready to go. Got the bed rack, which I hand built. I got the traction pads on one side, and then I got the farm jack on the other. We've got our skybox. Tail all morning, getting a bunch of tree work done. We had a bunch of, if you remember from previous videos, we had some trees cut down. You can see that tree. Huge maple. Give you an idea of the size of how big it is. That's my hand. Huge. That's going to make some good lumber. The only problem with those guys are moving them is quite a hassle. So I'm just going to sit down a little bit here and eat some lunch. I got some brisket that we cooked earlier in the week. I got an apple. I got some string cheese and a Diet Coke. It's going to be great. I know usually when I'm up here I get all kinds of dizzy because I don't stop and work. I still feel like I'm 20 years old and I'm not. So I have to learn how to pace myself. Use mechanical advantage as much as possible to help me out. But I'm going to sit here and enjoy the beautiful fall weather. Just so everyone knows, if it were dry and windy, I would not be doing this. Safety's always first. Chainsaw. Always make sure to be safe, right? Have someone show you how to use the chainsaw if you don't know how to. Make sure you have your protection. Ear protection is really important. Can't stress that enough. Wish I'd wore ear protection more when I was mowing in college, when I was working in MTS. In the steel in college. Now I always do to save my hearing, but now got to tackle that pile. So this thing is called the logox. It's basically a PV and a cant hook with a kickstand. There's no way I would be able to move that, even as big as I am. No way I'd be able to move that on my own. So that tree is not going to be able to be lumber. Huge hole in the center of it, which we expected, which is why we cut it down. So today's my first day using this. Here, and then use mechanical advantage to move it. You know how you saw how I was trying to do it? I don't have the kickstand on now, but it's high enough that I can cut lumber and not get my bar in the dirt. Here's the kickstand, and it lifts it up enough so that your bar and your chain are not going to get into the dirt. Let me show you how it works. And then it sits there. And you can cut it. So spend the time listening to the fire crackle while it's raining, which are two peaceful things, and sharpening the chainsaw blade. And I'll show you how to do that right now. My last video was showing you the windows, so let's go and take a look. No leaks, but the one thing that I did notice was there was a lot of flies, so I need to get some of the window, I don't know, spray foam stuff, whatever you call it. Let's go and look. Let there be light. If this had been an overcast day previously, without those windows, it would have been pitch black in here. Helps a tremendous amount. You can see my face. I'm going to do some relaxing, and I will catch up with you tomorrow doing some more work. Peace out. Alright, let's give an update of the cabin, where it sits right now. And I'll just sort of talk as I'm going around to some things that I want to do. So I want to put a little mini awning the entire length of this side, so that when stuff is dripping down off the roof, clearly the guy, when he did it, didn't know how to properly build. So that's all dripping down onto that top part, which I don't know why in the heck you would have built a wall taller than one 8-foot sheet to have to put a seam there. There's no drip edge. So what I'm going to do just to fix all of that is to encapsulate it in like a little, I don't know what you would officially call it, but a little mini ledge that would just help drip the water off further than onto the siding itself, which hasn't been painted, which is another thing we need to do. And from the last video you've seen, we got the addition of the windows up top, which is nice. Future thing would be, this was eventually a deck. You can see all these 4x4 posts here, and the problem with that is the previous owners tore it off because when the guy did it, he didn't put the the correct fall on it, so the water pooled at the wall here rather than draining off, which is the way it should have been, which eventually it'll be nice to have a deck all the way around. A lot of leftover wood. I got to find a way to permanently, basically what I need to build is I have to figure out where I'm going to build it. Is some kind of wood storage, whether going for a little walk so we can see the color. I actually have them lifted up. You can see, put logs to lift them up off the ground. And the bark I'm going to keep on for now because that'll help keep it weatherproof a little bit, but I'm going to let those dry out, and hopefully, I know there's a lot of knots in it, but the wood that I'm going to want will be 2x6s out of those for the deck all the way around, and that'll be easy enough as it is. Won't have to look pretty. If it bows a little bit, it shouldn't be too bad. That's how the kickstand works. And I can do this. Lift her back up. Now she's off the ground. Over on this side. Currently on a rain delay. Just too wet to be safe, slipping with the chainsaw in your hand. When I'm by myself, I take a lot more precaution than I would if someone were here, which is smart to do because help's a long way away. Phone doesn't always work. Like last night I had to walk out to a clear opening to call or to even text, and sometimes the text didn't even go through. So it's just smart to wait it out. I got the majority of the work done that I wanted to get done. Now it's just trying to save the wood that was cut down and get it lifted up to be able to make lumber out of it someday, so it's not like getting wet and rotting on the ground. So.